Now, I want to take you to China because this is Hu Jiankui. He is a Chinese geneticist who last year claimed to have created the world's first genetically edited babies. At the time, the claim was met with outrage and also with skepticism because it hadn't been verified. Well, today, Chinese media reported that this work had resulted in the birth of twin babies and that another woman was currently pregnant. We also have this statement. It comes from his university saying that he had been sacked with immediate effect. The media reports say that he sought fame and fortune and say that he very much acted alone. Well, Carrie Allen specialises in Chinese media for BBC Monitoring. Here she is with more details on this story.
Well, there's been a lot of attention on this professor, He Jiankui. We know that he was working with 8 couples, all of whom the father of a child was HIV positive and the mother wasn't. And the plan behind this was to see. I mean, this whole experiment was to see if children could be born that didn't have the HIV virus. And so the case that we know about back in November was where he was successful with 2 young girls, Lulu and Nana, that they didn't have the HIV virus. We don't know of any other. We know that another couple was pregnant, but of the 8 couples, we don't know any more. But today in Chinese media, there's a lot of emphasis on this professor. A lot of very angry media, basically saying that what he did was unethical and that he's going to face a serious investigation. And
where is the professor himself?
We've seen reports that he's under house arrest at the moment, but we don't know much more than that. I mean, it became clear in November. I mean, originally Chinese media was saying that this was almost a breakthrough for the scientific community, and they were really very, very positive about this. But since it became clear from other academics that there were some serious concerns about the ethics of his work, and also social media users who were concerned that this technology might be exploited and he might be used by wealthy Chinese to basically tamper with other children's genes, that he started to distance himself. His university said that they weren't involved in his work, and he said yes, that's very much the case. And there's been a lot of quiet about him ever since. So it does appear that he's under house arrest with the possibility of a more serious investigation, and he could face prison time.
So did he in fact do something illegal?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes, in China he could be prosecuted for this, but yes, back in November, this was the Chinese media weren't anticipating this. They thought this would be received very, very positively by the international community. They thought this was going to be us showing the world that we're making waves in this field of human genomes. And it was shortly before a key summit in Hong Kong that they were going to announce this. They announced these findings that they've been able to produce Lulu and Nana without HIV. So yeah, this wasn't expected, and yeah, now Chinese media are very much kind of doing a U-turn and very, very kind of, basically saying that what he did was wrong.
Carrie Allen there from BBC Monitoring on a story that's really making the headlines in China.